The trail leads down there. I'm sure of it.
The wizard!
The wizard? No, no, my dears. That is food. He says the wizard must die. Take him and devour him, he commands. And so I shall. But not yet. Not yet. Let him hang a bit first. Let him await my pleasure. But the wizard alone is barely a meal for one such as myself. Now four is a feast.
See if you can take me! Servants of the enemy, beware! I need a little help!
Carefully. Let him down slowly now.
He yet lives.
Aye, and he's coming around.
Radagast, are you well?
Oh, what a thoroughly unpleasant experience. I shall have more pity for flies in the future.
I had heard Mirkwood was home to many spiders, but I never expected anything like this. Are there more of her kind around?
I certainly hope not. This was the Spider Queen Sanathra. I've heard many fearful tales of her from my friends among the forest creatures, but I've never before had the misfortune of encountering her. I'm rather surprised to find her here. By all accounts, she kept her lair in the craggy mountains near Dol Guldur, far to the south.
Dol Guldur? I've heard that name spoken in whispered tales. By all accounts, it is a place of dread. What can you tell me of it?
It's a terrible place. A fortress built upon a bare hill in the south of the forest. Of old, the Dark Lord himself dwelt there. He was driven out some years past, but it seems that evil has returned once more to Dol Guldur. I am told that fell creatures of many sorts are gathering there. Roscobel, my usual home, lies a little too close to Dol Guldur for comfort, so I came here. I have several such retreats. You can never be too prepared living in Mirkwood and all. But, do I know you?
No, Radagast, but you do know me.
Ah, young Bellerum. It's a pleasure to see you. So you are a part of this little party too? It's quite a mixed bag, really. I don't see elves, dwarves, and men rubbing elbows often, especially not in Mirkwood. Now add an eagle as well. This is turning out to be a rather extraordinary day, really, all things considered.
I am just glad we came in time. My friends and I have a mission, and we came seeking your aid.
We're looking for the dragon Urgost, who lives in the Grey Mountains.
And we have no time for a lengthy search.
We were told you might be able to help us find him.
You wish to find a dragon? Oh dear, is that really wise?
There was a powerful force here, and it is clear that you were their target. Why is the enemy after you?
The enemy never needs a reason to kill and destroy. But if I were to hazard a guess why they were after me in particular, I would say it is because of my talent for gathering and sending news quickly.
That could mean they plan to attack our friends nearby.
The Bjornings and my woodland kin are in danger. We must warn them.
Oh, you needn't concern yourself with that. As I said, I have a talent for such things. I will make sure our friends are warned. It's the neighborly thing to do, after all.
The spider's venom can be deadly. We should attend to you at once.
No cause for concern. It happens I know a thing or two about venoms and poisons. Senathra's poison could be deadly, but killing prey outright is not the way of such creatures. No, they much prefer to keep their meals alive for a time. Just as a farmer might age a cheese to improve its flavor, really. She used only enough venom to keep me quiet.
Our mission is urgent. Do you know where Urgos can be found?
Well, he's a dragon, so I would say the Grey Mountains.
Yes, that is as we have already said. But do you know where in the Grey Mountains?
I haven't the foggiest notion, really.
What? So we've just been chasing the wind?
Ah, now, not so fast. I may not know where Urgos dwells, but I just might be able to find out. But I would need my staff for that, and I seem to have mislaid it somewhere.
I have met another of your order, Gandalf the Grey. You seem different from him.
Do I? Well, cannot one man be unlike another, and yet both still be men? I suppose there is no one quite like Gandalf, although I sometimes feel as if I should be more like him. At any rate, I assure you, we are both wizards in spite of our differences.
Wizards appear to be men, yet they live unchanged for centuries, as do elves. Clearly, you are neither. But what then are you? Where do you come from?
That I am forbidden to reveal. Some things must remain a secret, at least for the present. Suffice to say, we are. And think on it no more.
We found your staff. Here it is.
I knew you would have need of it once we found you.
Ah, excellent. Aren't you the clever one? Crafty as a fox in your own fashion, too, I can tell. I'm grateful to you. Well then, let's see what we can find out, shall we? My friends might know a thing or two. Do you have news for me, little one? Ah. I see, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. Very brave of you. Well done, my friend. And there you have it.
Perhaps you could explain further for those of us who do not speak the language of swallows.
Oh, you don't? Quite a pity, really. They're rather pleasant little fellows. Always something nice to say.
Well, what did this one have to say?
Quite a bit, actually. Here, let me show you.
Have you considered my offer?
You bargain with what you do not possess, man of the South.
I will have your price soon enough. Think carefully before you spurn this offer, dragon. As mighty as you are, you would do well not to offend my master.
I did not say I refused. Only that you must first achieve my reward before you can give it.
Ah, formality. I go now to take your price, but I will leave men behind to await your answer. Consider well, but not too long.
My time and my thoughts are my own to spend.
For now.
Sanathra is no more. That was a feat worthy of heroes of the elder days. I am honored to have witnessed it.
What of your friend Galron? Did you find him?
Sadly, I was unable to save Galron. I discovered he fell in the same battle in which I was captured. I recovered his war gear from the orcs, and I wish you to have it. Galron would be pleased to know it was still being used to fight the enemy. I must hasten home to inform my lord of everything that I've learned here. I shall pause only long enough to consult with Radagast. Farewell, Aradan.
The little cave swallow has told me where Ogost's lair can be found. I can guide us there when you are ready to depart.
Back again. What can I do for you?
I may have something here that will be of use to you.
We are very close to the dragon's lair. We must now go cautiously. If Orgost was to catch us airborne, he might lay us low with a single blast of dragon fire. It is best you proceed on foot, while we shadow him from above.
Is it true that dragons breathe fire?
Legends tell of two kinds of dragons. The great fire drakes whose breath is deadly flame, and the lesser cold drakes who have no fire. I fear Orgost is no cold drake.
I see the ruins of mighty works in the surrounding cliffs. What might they be?
I can answer that. What you see are all that remains of the mansions of my kin, the Longbeards. Once, there was a mighty host of dwarves living in these mountains, before the dragons came from the northern wastes to plunder our homes. Ah, to have seen these realms in the days of their glory. Seems we're always fated to lose the fruits of our labor.
Are there other dangers in these mountains, apart from Orgost?
There are orcs aplenty in the Grey Mountains, but do not forget that Agendar said he was leaving men to await the dragon's answer. We must be prepared to deal with them as well.
Do you believe Orgost will be on guard against intruders?
I hope it is not so. But the keen senses of dragons are legendary. I fear he will see, hear, or smell us long before we can come to grips with him. Still, if Agendar's minions are hereabouts, it may be that their presence will mask our own.
No point in delaying any further. Let's press on as swiftly as we may.